Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it, check it, check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, check it, check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Step into a world of exquisite fragrances at Ghana's #1 perfume hub. Visit us at Rack Luxury Perfume, located in Santa Maria, Asiama Junction, or find us in New Akimota, opposite Christ Redeemed Glory Church. Just a 3-minute walk from Akimota Melcombe, your journey to finding the perfect scent begins here. Whether you're shopping for yourself or looking for the perfect gift, we offer an extensive collection for both wholesale and retail. Proudly, we are the exclusive sole distributor for the luxurious Gloria perfume. Follow us on social media for the latest updates and exclusive deals. Find us on Instagram at rack_perfumes and on Snapchat and TikTok at rack_perfumes. Connect with us on Facebook at Rack Luxury Perfumes and be the first to know about new arrivals. Reach out to us at +233 59 461 6199 or WhatsApp at 059 861 2592. Rack Luxury Perfumes. Smell unique, smell classy.
It is what it is. Once again, back from the donation, and we have to do what we've got to do. That is the work of God here on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Sammy Flex, and we are ready for Showbiz Daily. Showbiz Daily is your program. It's our program, and I know when we sit like this, we talk real talk on issues happening in our showbiz space. And today, it is going to be another wonderful conversation with my 3-member team as we run affairs here on the screens. In the middle, I have man like Roland Amate. And Roland Amate is in the middle from Shatta Movement, Roland Report on YouTube, and RolandReport.com. And I also have at the extreme end, man like Kobe Josvan, the nation's blogger. He's a YouTuber with the name Kobe Josvan, a blogger Kobe Josvan, a journalist Kobe Josvan, an engineer Kobe Josvan. I'm sorry. He posted those. And of course, the other day he was talking about content creation being a hard job. Kobe, what did you mean with that post actually? What did you mean with that? What did you want to say, or what did you want to communicate with that post?
Well, I just wanted people to know that there are a lot of works that go in there. Sometimes when we see the finished work, we thought it's just, a simple thing, but a lot of activities go in behind the scenes, from shooting, editing, finally the posting. So whatever that you see out there, that maybe you might think that, oh, it's just like I can just do it. It's not easy like that. So we have to big ups everybody. Even I'm not talking about the success level. I mean, I know whatever it is with consistency, discipline, and the hard work, you surely achieve whatever they want to achieve. But even if you have the zeal to start something like this, you should understand that you won't get it easy, because you have, first of all, the mind have to be ready for it. Exactly. I mean, and the energy has to be there.
Okay.
And then you push it with action. Sometimes, see who say a man for be you maybe say yeah, you feel say easy. When so big kasa or mic, we can say one can say, but when they put a camera in front of you, there you see say no, what people are doing is not easy like that. There's something beyond that you see. So whatever that anybody is seeing that you think you love, you like, big up that person, because a lot of things go in there to get a finished work that you see. So basically that was the the motive behind it.
How are your subscribers doing now on YouTube? How many do you have now?
Well, I think I have 300. I mean, not up to 400 though. You gradually, and I believe gradually with hard work, the consistency that I'm talking about.
I will tell you about it.
Yeah.
After dealing with subscribers, you have to start
watch
out. Today, I was talking to Nana Romeo. Nana Romeo called me and we were talking about the donation yesterday, and I asked him, Nana, how about you? Because I met him in London. I came with him from what's that airport name? Gatwick, and we had a conversation. So I told him to actually start a YouTube channel for himself, because that is the future. So he came, and I'm sure he's trying to start something. Then today I asked Nana, how is it? Charlie, YouTube the ending. Okay, so that's the compilation. 350 subscribers. I love your consistency. That's the magic. At every point in time, that is the magic. So keep flying. Don't be moved by this one did not go. It happens to everybody. Everybody. In fact, you might have 2 million subscribers, but one of your content might not reach even 5,000. It is normal. So just keep going and keep the consistency. One day you'll reward yourself, but it's easy like you are saying. But you'll be fine. Okay, let me say thanks to Digital Rasta. He's called Currency, who is doing our camera for us. Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show, and Tap Send is also here. If you have to send money from abroad to Ghana, one app does it better, and that app is Tap Send. As simple as that. Download this app today, put in the promo code SammyFlex, and start using it. Activate your wallet on the Tap Send. The wallet helps you to convert your money from your pounds to cedis, so you can wire it easily to Ghana. If you don't like this, then I don't know what you are looking for again. Tap Send has been tried, tested, and everybody's recommending Tap Send for you. Anytime you are on Tap Send, remember to use the promo code SammyFlex, and with this, you are surely good to go. Now, let's move on to story number 1, so we can do some more. As it stands now, we have seen King Paluta. Now, King Paluta has been reigning. In fact, at the moment, if there is one guy from that side of town who is making music attractive, you cannot ignore King Paluta. Of course, some of his boys came, Yatog and Kofi Jamadems. They paved the way. And at that time, though King Paluta had been there, he never got that success that he wanted. But finally, it looks like now success is chasing him. Everywhere King Paluta is performing, calls are coming. Like his manager is busy. Everywhere is King Paluta. Now, elections is here. And we've seen some of the people who are looking for power. Definitely they will get closer to these stars and celebrities to try to tap into their numbers. And one we've seen is a King Paluta with the NPP, some of their executives, some of their leaders, some of their MPs in a bus singing his hit song, and people are saying, "Hey, Paluta, wajia onje, King Paluta, there's the time also on you." And people are others also advise Charlie, don't go and play with these politicians, so they will mafia you. So mixed reactions, responses from people. I want to listen to what my people will say after watching this video as well. Let's watch it. I'll be back. King Paluta's time, baby. Connie, what do you think about what we are watching now? I want us to have a conversation. What do you think about it?
Well, personally, I think King Paluta is one of the few young ones who can speak now. I mean, from the little that I know about his journey, from that even American era, now Obia as at that time Obia Shine, and he was still struggling. I think there's one thing that always, anytime you huna Ebama dream says, sometimes patience and hard work equally pays, and there's time for everything. And I think this is the time. Looking at whatever that he has achieved now through hard work, a human being, and home, I mean, fast one, but I think with these politicians, especially when you are playing around them, you have to be smart. In as much as that you want to cash out, you should know how to play your games. Anytime there is this politician conversation, I am very careful, because in this country, when it comes to our politics, the way your politics, sometimes if you are not careful how you play your card, people will, miscommunicate or have different meaning to whatever that you are doing. So in as much as that, he's also trying to use the spotlight to also benefit from whatever deals now I think this is the right time. What he's doing, it shouldn't be just a fun thing, but you should also think about the business thing of it, because Chroma hit song and DDD. So if you have a hit song now, make good use of whatever that comes out of it. So as actually say the hitting part, the proceeds now along the line, you can equally invest to also put in most of the things. And with the celebrities too, this is the time of politicians meetings. I think, sir, even our politicians, not to insult them, but if they are smart enough, when it comes to some of the things that they do, like, they will have to understand, sir, when it comes to decision making and some of establishing some of their policies, using some of these celebrities is the best way, because these guys have the numbers, they have the influence, and whatever that you are pushing, any agenda that you bring them into the picture, whatever result that we want to achieve, you get it. But it seems like we see these creative or celebrities as, in quote, the comedians or maybe concert people, like when we want to have fun, that is when we think about it. But we are not still getting the business or maybe the real deal of the whole thing. So I think these are some of the things now politicians should be adopted to also project some of their policies, because right now we are talking of Bawumiah, whatever that he's doing, and the picture here is what King Paluta. He's a creative person, but say how to play our cards. I think moving forward it will help us. So King Paluta, if you are listening to me, if you are watching me, I think this is the right time for you to sit with your management, plan something good for yourself, and get a plan for your own self. So as actually that's not online in switch, because all the assembly by online, we will discuss it as it is. So whatever it is, look smart, cash out. This is your time. Yeah.
I love the look smart and cash out. These are the key words in there. Look smart and cash out. An advice from the nation's blogger to King Paluta. Yes, Ro, what do you also see in the video we just watched?
Madina kedowe nyake Shatta Wale Saiko season. That's it. It is a cocoa season. Both for the politicians and also for creative people or people of influence. you definitely come across, and I think which conversation, there was this conversation that I chanced on, and the person said, I need your numbers, or I want your numbers, and I was like, wow. As much as they may not acknowledge the people in the space as maybe quote and unquote important people when it comes to decision making, they still acknowledge the fact that these people control the numbers that we want.
True.
So in moments like this, we will definitely see these things plenty in the space. However, it is also important for us to note or know that it is either you are being used or you are using somebody.
If you look around you
and you don't find the person that is being used, then know that it is you. You are the one being used. And being used is not a crime. What makes it painful is you not getting anything or anything beneficial out of it. Being used comes in different folds. You can be used and you would also benefit. Just like Paluta has used His Excellency Dr. Bawumiah, and vice versa, where Bawumiah has also used Paluta. So it depends on the benefits that you want, the incentive available. The incentive can come direct and can also come indirect. The indirect way has to do with Paluta or Fahia vice president. We know how difficult it is, even as creative people, for us to meet people of this nature or of this nature.
Yeah.
We know how difficult it is to meet people of this caliber. In Paluta, pa confine His Excellency Dr. Bawumiah.
And also,
exactly. But because of his stance now,
as someone with a hit song,
and what's in the system, he's earned that privilege of having that endorsement from the vice president. This is the second gentleman of the land. Now, on the part of Dr. Bawumiah, he also stands the chance of tapping into the love and numbers that somebody who is currently hot and relevant in the system has.
Enjoying.
So we can't dispute the fact that Aseda is one of the big songs carrying.
Oh yeah, never.
For Dr. Bawumiah to be singing that song or even come close to that song,
everybody in the bus was singing.
Exactly. It means, okay, we want you to feel we acknowledge the things that you are doing. So me, for creative people, in 2024 and beyond, some people will still think, oh, don't go to the politicians, they will mess up your career, they will do this, they will do that. As much as that conversation is not for every artist. Some artists, when they do that, their career will die. That one is
some don't have to try it at all.
Some do not have to try it. They don't. So me, I would ask you to check yourself. But when you do, and you think you have that good standing, good brand standing, go all out. Guru had the last time he was performing on Dr. Bawumiah's stage.
Yeah, I saw the can, man.
Exactly. Not Doctor. It's Doctor's dance for me. No, sir. Some time ago, Shatta Wale performed on an NDC stage, NMBP stage. He has that good brand standing. Our own legend, Daddy Lumba, did the Bawumiah MPP for quite some time. Has that affected his career? No. He has good brand standing. So if you check yourself as a brand and you have that good brand standing, go for it. See it as business. See it as anybody coming to employ your service as a service provider. Go and deliver your service. Take whatever you are supposed to take and go. That is it. So me, I would wish that this particular encounter would come aside the indirect benefits that both parties are going to enjoy. I wish King Paluta and his team would also be smart enough to get the direct benefit.
Okay.
Because there are ways and means of pushing for it. If you don't push, this
nothing comes.
Oh, you better yourself to say.
Well, King Paluta, congratulations to you. However you see it, like Roland said, a win-win. One for the other side and one for the other side. So you just have to be smart. Walk around it and see how best you can also benefit from it. Now, in another news, man like Portfolio, Jermaine, has been talking. And this time around, he's been talking about artists and their fan base. He's talking about how fan bases sometimes lose focus of, instead of supporting their own, would rather go and engage in unnecessary conversations about others. Sometimes, instead of even posting works of their own artists, they don't. They would rather go and pick something from the other camp, thinking that they are trolling the person. But in the end, they end up promoting the artist that they think they don't want to promote. And Portfolio thinks it is one of the issues at Bhim Nation. But my question is it really true it is only happening at Bhim Nation, or almost all these fan bases, they are guilty of what Portfolio Jermaine is preaching in this video? Let's go watch it. When I come back, we advance the conversation.
Yesterday was announced that we have our own Grammy Africa. I don't know if you've read about it.
I watched your.
You watched your thing. Yesterday was announced that we have our own Grammy Africa. I don't know if you've read about it.
I watched your.
You watched
your thing.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I will zoom into that. Let me wrap up real quick. So you zoom into that conversation. Now, one notable thing I've realized, and I know one guy has transitioned to a new face of his brand, and I can see one underlying thing: focus. Unfortunately, that has not really reflected on how his fan base has been moving on this one. And that is something I have said gradually was becoming a minus to his brand. Please, what I want to implore you to do is that, you leaders of the fan base should move from weaponizing your fan base to allowing them, especially there is so much to project, amplify and brag about you that pathetically, anytime you do something remarkable, your fan base tend to rubbish it in the face of other people and put other people's name in the trends instead of you. And that is something they have been very abysmal at doing. Moving on, I want your fan base to re-engineer how, because there's a lot more about you to amplify and brag, so that irrespective of the derail, whoever comes in to derail their focus, yours and your fan base and their direction,
just fanning the fire.
It's just to project, because there's so much to project. That the focus should be the new hallmark for your fan base, and let them not be derailed. I appreciate what you've done for me. God bless you, and then see you win more.
Well, so we heard it clearly what Portfolio was saying in the conversation on Hits FM earlier today. And I want to ask my people that, the observation he made, the truth in there, the lies in there, and is it only limited to Stonebwoy's fans, or most of their fan bases, their members, this is how they behave? Bro, take this.
On the lighter note, today I saw a comment on this particular show where Portfolio made the statement. Somebody wrote Bhim Summit.
Now the show was a Bhim Summit.
And the message is there. Portfolio is there. Kwavidazi is there.
And Andy Dusty.
And the president in the Gassetti.
They are right.
You see, well, what his observation is true. And another truth of the matter is that it is not only peculiar to the Bhim Nation.
Okay.
However, there are, should I say, stages or sizes to it. If, for want of a better word, let me say sizes. I mean, there are people in terms of priorities or prioritization. I also believe what Portfolio is saying strongly.
Okay.
That is, if I am to compare the big fan bases in the space, the SM, the Bhim Nation, the SAC Nation, high grade for your mother. these three fan bases, one fan base that I think they have huge misplaced priority is the Bhim Nation camp. Oh yes, it is, and this is an open secret. It is there for everybody to see.
Everybody can testify to this.
Stonebwoy, we know, is not a small brand. In every year in, year out, this guy's head touches his bed about twice or three times. I mean, you can barely count the number of times he even sleeps in his own home. And it is all about running around here, doing this, doing that. There's always something on his plate to do.
The work.
Yet, the moment it is time for the fan base, who brags to be one of the biggest, to amplify the goodies that this guy is getting,
then they fail.
Then the whole conversation has to do with rubbing it in the face of another person who probably has nothing to do with whatever your man is doing.
Yeah.
So sometimes I go, Stonebwoy is supposed to, has filed for nominations for Grammy. I go, Stonebwoy is trending number 1. Shatta Wale is trending number 2. And I ask myself, how does this concern? And you see, the funny thing is that you go into the trends, check the conversation, and you realize it is these same people that are having the whole Shatta Wale conversation.
I see.
An example is when Stonebwoy was having his concert at the Accra Sports Stadium. I went on X at that time, and I saw Stonebwoy stadium concert, Shatta Wale. I go into the video feed, go into the latest feed, go into the top feed, and the whole lineup is about the stadium concert, the Freedom Wave concert, that previous edition.
That's what they are sharing.
And I ask myself, okay, so what are you actually selling? Are you selling shades, or you are selling the glory that you are achieving? So in that sense, one fan base that has been very composed, if you ask me, is Sack Nation. To them, until their man do something, they are quiet.
They're not coming.
Everybody has every fan base has their own character. The Bhim Nation, to me, is misplaced priorities. They will not say anything, but when it is time for them to also celebrate the good things that is coming into their camp, then they tend to, okay, we are enjoying good things, so but let's rub it in the face of another person.
And they kill the hype.
Sack Nation, they will also not say anything. They are there. Until
their business.
Until Okodepo comes, everybody goes to them.
I see.
They will be there. And when Okodepo comes to release, currently, the trend is 1 week, Japon. Now looks like most of the executives, as far as the Sack Nation is concerned, also now have different priorities. Like Obia Enadie left to just a few who are still keeping the agenda. Because Sarkodie released a mixtape not long ago.
Yeah.
The hype was
the championship
mixtape. The hype was about Ghana, Nigeria, where Dremu came in, and that one said
the first single he released.
It now even transcended beyond the Sack Nation camp. After Lyrical Joe, money others that joined dropped their tools. Asa, we don't hear anything again. Sack Nation as it stands are now quiet. Until perhaps they are waiting for somebody to come and say, hey, now won't you promote the mixtape?
That day I wrote the same comment for Father Success.
Then
he was posting Shatta Wale's thing. I said, don't you think you can post the mixtape?
Mixtape instead. Yay! Obeti Chase is here. Obeti crying party. The SM fan base, this is their character. They are there. That is what they are, the people that people will call babies with sharp teeth. They are always on higher, whether good or bad.
Bring it on.
It is one of the reasons why they are the most enviable, and in most of their award schemes that nominate, that has fan-based categories, it is one of the reasons why they are always vibrant and win those awards.
Okay.
It's because whether dry season or wet season, they are still active. I mean, check all the people who pride themselves as SM guys. Check their daily post. There has never been a single day without any of them, even if they would want to post other people's stuff.
Right.
There has never been a single day that none of them would post about Shatta Wale.
Positive about Shatta.
Exactly.
They will do their trolling all right, their food
But
all right.
when it comes to at least championing one good thing about Shatta Wale, it happens on a daily.
Yeah, I agree.
And that is the edge they have. For the other negative sides about fan bases and how they affect the industry, it is there. The fan base thing is just like a knife. It depends on how you use it. You can use it to cook, and you can use it to do other things.
Murder.
Exactly.
Like the Kaswa one. Kaswa.
So, in wrapping up, I think Portfolio's observation is very right.
Okay.
And if the executives of the Bhim Nation will take notes, it is not going to help only them, but also their top man as well. Because sometimes it is sad when you are sitting on the other side and you are watching like, Charlie, this guy is doing something. Talk about it. Talk about it. Yet, oh, Stoneboy's shirt is nice compared to Asumesi. Asumesi is somewhere. Asumesi is somewhere.
His name should not come in.
His name should not come in. Why should I have a problem with you praising somebody else? Why? So when I see people come at you when you write appreciation post about Shatta Wale, I go like,
Men come. Okay,
well,
to them, don't say it.
It is the reason why we are here. We are still here today. And it is one of the reasons why some people don't see the good in the fan base thing that is going on in the industry. It is one of the reasons why. Because some people think that, oh, the top man ibe wini or the ibe shady way. It is one of the reasons. But if you belong to a certain fan base, or you are closer to a certain fan base that they know how to be focused in doing something. I mean, somebody, when Medical was doing his show at the landing in Indigo O2, concurrently you see Shatta's, the 2 times that he's also done the Indigo O2, also flying.
It's meaning the fans brought it out.
Exactly. And it's answer for conversation.
Okay.
If other fan bases will learn this, I believe.
So the secrets are even out for them to.
It is there. It is there. Everybody is doing
hidden.
it. It is there. That's a it's open secret. It is there. You just have to know, set your priorities right, and just do whatever you. Just be focused and do whatever you want to do. It is just about celebrating your top man and nothing more, nothing less.
I see. Enough said. Very detailed, and I could see some people in everything he said. Yeah, for example, when he talked about SM people go and do everything, but they'll still post about Shatta Wale. Friday Born Kofi's name came to mind. Like he's that guy.
Exactly.
He will misbehave all day, but one post that will push his artist positively.
Exactly.
You find it, and I think you really spoke hard on this. Now, Copy Just Man, let's listen to you. Our Portfolio has been talking his observation, and what do you also think about it?
Brass, let me big ups Portfolio for speaking the hardest truth. He has been real, not being hypocrite. And that is one thing that I've loved about him, because obi wo ha oni obi nam na sebi ne maybe wo ha nko because of say to keep on getting the praises from that person, even if the person is falling at fault, you'll be like, oh, let me still defend. And I loved him for that for making that submission. That was very brilliant submission that he made. Let me also say congratulate Stoneboy for the consistency, hard work, and over the years how he has been able to prove revolved from I mean a mere dancehall to Afro dancehall to now the Afro beat journey that we see now. There's one thing that personally I love about Stonebwoy. I mean, when it comes to driving conversation, brothers, I mean, see, pay attention to Stonebwoy conversation. Anytime Stonebwoy is having a conversation, he try to, I mean, get out of, I mean, parties involved, most especially mentioning names. When there's a conversation about him and the others, you'll be like, this my brother, this my, instead of mentioning names. And I think that is one good thing that personally, as him, he has been doing. Not, I mean,
but that thing to people sometimes also think it is not all that good, because sometimes on some platform, just a mention of another brother's name could mean a lot. But if you not mention it at all, knowing that you still dealing with people, others also have an issue with it though you can continue.
Yeah, I think that one too can be also his strategy to push his stuff. But just as a portfolio is saying, I think there's so many important things that their man Stonebwoy is doing that the Bhim people can, I mean, push. Unlike, I mean, trying to bring people in the picture. Just as this morning I was having a conversation with a brother and trying to say, so no, in as much as we want you, I mean, push an agenda, raise an agenda, whatever it is, I believe, say, in every conversation that we want to drive, we should put the, I mean, our man in the center. So as whoever that comes into the picture will be a reference. But when we make the reference to be the, I mean, yes, that is what tends to be a problem. And that is what sometimes the Bhim fans mostly get it wrong. They might think, so we shading this person will rather, I mean, amplify, I mean, yes, the works that our man is doing, but at the end of the day, once in our conversation, I mean, and Chebiana Stonebwoy winning artist of the year, we expect him to say, Anka baby ever could be at the conversation would be Stonebwoy. But what happened? Right now, the Legon show now about crashing and has turned the conversation right now, instead of we to even talk about artist of the year, the glory that he had that night. No, now we are talking more about Shatta Wale than the yes. And I think the fans could have been smarter or smart enough to even drive the conversation from that side and more or less centered on the artist of the year glory. Because I believe there are so many things that they can talk about. I mean, the night Stonebwoy won, I mean, almost 6 hours or 6 to 7 hours, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe these are some of the things that can go to me at Nasi. Put some article out there. I mean, write some communiques. Just as we will say, of course, some fan base. There's a Shatta, Sack Nation. Mostly, I see some of the Sack guys to also do. Yeah. There's a couple of guys where me follow them, and almost every day I see a post about. I mean, there was one guy that he's a Sack Nation. Hardly do I even see him post other artists every day, constantly. And someone like Shatta Dibaba, every day, irrespective of how it is, you will see him. Sometimes there are some videos that personally I'm not aware of it. I mean, the Shatta Indigo show, some of the shows be a couple performing or Libya, that kind of thing. So at the end of the day, even if there's a conversation now, their man is in the middle of the conversation. Right now, yesterday donation was in the picture. Yeah. And everywhere that Kobiano, there are a lot of people making conversation. I mean, driving a course. But right now, the man is there. And it is there because the fans are trying to push that agenda for it to sell their, I mean, their boss's brand. And I think if the fan bases also work on that, I mean, it will help. Sometimes you might think, say, their fan base, they do the agenda. But one thing that personally, I think, say, most of the industry gurus, we get it wrong, say, the fans will always be fans. Yeah. So sometimes whatever game that you're playing, we should let them play their games. But we, the experts, should rather drive it right, so as we won't be fan-fooling the right people now and can push the agenda. And that is what mostly we get it wrong. Because if I'm a fan to, I mean, a particular group, irrespective, I mean, I'll try to push an agenda. But if you are a media person and an industry guru, we expect you say, for a fan misleading or miscommunicating, you will be the right person to guide it so as you don't hold the chrono from the wrong. But most occasions, it is the other ones, because at the end of the day, I'm a young so over this camp, and when they are doing the dirty games, you're getting money at time. So at the end of the day, even if say at the point of they speaking the truth in prayer, it be like, oh, I mean this one here, it is agenda. Sometimes when they are even speaking the fact, they are doing it to, I mean, to push a certain, I mean, goal. And that is what personally I don't so. But I think moving forward, if we all, I mean, get to know our level, what we are expected to do, and the role of we as, I mean, individuals, I'm sure so whatever good that we are pushing. But big ups to all the fan bases, especially the SM. The Zapp nations, and not forgetting the Bhim too. Each and everybody is doing their best, but more instead somebody me the XX sanye man na mu post wa mu jai sanye man no mu fa energy no promote brand no Bhim ya adwuma nti o ye nyema mu pushi na mu jai agenda bi a wo hia no. I think the man is doing equally well. And
but I wanted to ask this question still, like what is happening? Is it related to the artist directly, or the artist should just leave them to do their thing whilst he also does his thing?
I think he's the head, and in as much as
but he doesn't have authority or control over.
He can direct certain things. I remember there was a time that the SM fans were on one artist, and Shatta was like, when the Grammy conversation came in, and Shatta was like, no, let's forget about this. Yo, my guy, stop. And all of a sudden, we saw how the conversation changed. So in as much as a way boss, there are some conversation you can drive it, you can push it to a certain angle, and whatever that you say, the fans will always listen to their boss. So sometimes, yes, agenda ni won't be, but if we push certain direction, we will get the clear picture that we are looking for, and at the end of the day, we will hit it right on the nail, and we will surely get the result that we are looking for. Unlike hitting it side. No, I say,
you are blaming all the fan base. Most of them, you think they are guilty, or mostly it is the.
Well, we are all victims. All the fan bases are, they all fall victims. But yes, some are not paying much attention to the good works, but they are rather paying attention to the minor ones instead of the major thing that they can amplify. But irrespective will be AAB. But I'm sure when you push your agenda right, you equally get the result that you are getting from. Yeah.
Well, I think another spot on conversation. Yes, you say you want to add something.
The main man is definitely part of the whole conversation. We all know how some of these comments from fans tend to affect the things that, or the flow of the industry. In other sense that unfortunately now, even in our major media spaces that are supposed to authenticate and even educate some of the informations running around the industry, most of them can go as low or as petty as picking some of the irrelevant comments from fans or ignorant comment from fans to amplify it and make it make a whole fracas out of it. So in that sense, we know how they come back to affect the main man. Assuming a fan is talking about Shatta, then a media house who is supposed to know that this particular comment is an ignorant comment because the person is not closer to action, of which they are supposed to probably educate that fan or maybe trash that comment, would rather come amplify it, and it will look very important now, of which it will go to affect, let's say, Shatta. When Shatta comes to reply, it becomes a whole conversation, however. So in that sense, we know how when these guys step in to either distance themselves from those statements or even correct them, they go a long way to affect the whole conversation. An example is what Cop Just Band made. When this whole Grammy conversation came about, it was supposed to be something that will actually unite the country. It was supposed to be an opportunity for people to even be educated. The whole conversation that we're hovering around Grammy had to do with, okay, people were even running ignorant comments as to the extent that people were even saying we had no Ghanaian that has even won, whether home or abroad, that has even won the Grammy. And that's pushing a certain agenda would make maybe Stonebwoy or other people look better in their eyes. But this was an opportunity for people who hold high firms in the media space to educate the public and let them know that this is actually the fact. Yet you see them leaving all that and going for those ignorant comments and trumpeting. And when Shatta, as an example, came to direct his fans to say, hey, yes, I know you have every right and you would want to go this way. Yes, you would want to go that tangent. I also have certain projects that I'm pushing, and if indeed you are for me, you can come. We know instances whereby even his own fan base have even gone like clashed with Shatta in the space. We also, when he made certain comments at a point when he lost so much following on his socials, it is a conversation.
The fans did not agree with
exactly. So whether direct or indirect, the main man is not devoid of these comments. Like they are not detached from this whole thing. They are part. it is your silence means you are concerned and probably endorse what is going on. So if you think you don't like what is going on, once in a while, the likes of Famiyamo and other guys keep doing it, especially when people would want to use their glory to insult another person. You see them coming in and out to say, Charlie, don't do this. This person is a respected man in the society, regardless of whatever feeling you have from him. If you want to celebrate me, celebrate me. But to use my glory to insult him is a no-go area. And that is how we keep educating people.
Well, thank you so much, Roland Amate, for that addition. And it is my prayer that all the fan base, they stay focused. Because as it stands now, time no day for everybody. Just know what you are doing. Put your energies in it. It is something that has been my principle in life, as a matter of fact. If this is what I am doing, I do it all out. I go all out and I do it really hard. I don't do it today, then tomorrow I'm looking back. No. That's where everywhere I work, you see that Sammy Flex is really into the work. And the fan base should learn this. They should be focused. As a matter of fact, they should be. Moving from one case to the other does not make you an influencer. In fact, it doesn't take you insulting people in the name of showing love to an artist that will make you an influencer. No. Get something doing. I'm sure it will help. And a solid piece of advice or nuggets, as they say it, have been given here on the show, and I want everybody to learn a thing or two from it. Now, because we are still talking about music, let's go on to Shatta Wale's donation at Alajo yesterday at a place called Kev, where the Bastard Boys, who was promised that Shatta Wale will be doing some kind of fundraising, and that the money he'll be accruing from it, he will be presenting it to them. Indeed, yesterday the D-Day happened, or the D-Day came, and Shatta Wale was able to go do the presentation with his team. And as you can see on your screens, it came with a good number of people who came to observe or witness the occasion. And on the day, we saw the fact that Shatta is really confirming his control of the streets. Whilst he was not there, it was like normal life. Everybody was paying attention to their own details. But the moment he arrived, the story changed. Now everybody was doing Wale, all that. I want to ask, how do you see this gesture from Shatta Wale? Yes, Kobe. You were not there yesterday, right?
Yes.
I know you would have loved to come. Oh, I know. It wasn't a night event too. That's why.
Sure.
Yes, but what do you make out of this initiative?
I think it was a great gesture. First of all, let me say big ups to Shatta Wale himself and the entire team, yourself, because you are working extremely hard, and to everybody that is working close to you to also project, the Shatta brand. Your own kind of changes and improvements in the brand Shatta Wale, and that one should equally tell you how solid the brand is. Personally, I joined the TikTok when he was raising the funds. It was just a 30 minutes exercise, and that one should tell you, Sam. When
you were part of it.
Yes, I was watching. So it was a 30 minutes exercise. It wasn't something planned. It was a true challenge.
Yes.
So can your fans do this? It was like, maybe you don't know my fans. I know what the fans can do. And just within that short period of time, that money was mobilized. And that is a great thing. And that one equally tells, how valuable he is in the space, because not every artist can equally, raise that kind of funds, within that shortest possible time. And it saddens me a lot when you hear people say Obi to say Shatta Wale name him like he's not relevant. So this is the relevance that we always talk about, because to get yourself always being talked about in the conversation, always being discussed in the conversation, that one equally tells you, say, why are Juma? Of course, on God and Jumna say he's the news and he always keep the industry talking. And it seems every day the man is keeping the industry talking. And I've loved that. One thing that I've loved about him, say, Obibe decided to call the baby, but why the Bastard Boys? The Bastard Boys, because these guys are doing something that are impacting society positively, and he thinks that adding his contributions to whatever hard work and input that these guys are doing will equally encourage them, motivate them to do, more. And it's also, an information or, an advice to the youths out there. So wherever that you find yourself, you can still do something good for yourself. You can still impact at any corner that you find yourself. You shouldn't wait for, someone to get closer to you before you start impacting. We are all influencers, as we say. True. And whatever that we do today, we'll surely have the outcome tomorrow. I read some comments, and now we began saying, there's a group in Kumasi, and he wants Shatta Wale to come there to also support. And my comment was like, you shouldn't expect someone to even come there to show their support, to work, and at the right time, it is your work that will attract the people closer to you to also show love to you. So I think that's a good thing, and it is also a lesson and advice to the colleagues in the space. We can all do something as such to also support some of the young ones. It shouldn't always be like donation like this. There's so many ways of impacting lives. You can also do something different. I know most of them are doing much, but there is more. And in as much as they are influencers, they have the numbers. They have the funds, this kind of support behind. Yes, the impact. Anything good that they really behind it. It is something that will equally benefit. The industry should talk about this. Whenever that, yes,
I've seen some people.
But that's the person obiate say. In as much as sometimes we will pay attention to the negative stuff, we can equally, propagate about some of the good things that some of these celebrities are doing. Obiya on the side, a bad side. So when you want to always choose a stand to, project the negative more than the good, meanwhile the positive ones can equally, add more values and even bless the others than the negative. Then what will we achieve as an industry? So moving forward, in as much as as we, the media, stakeholders, corporate, individual bodies, there are so many things that we can also do to reshaping the industry than always thinking, say, we have to wait for someone to come and be like, we all have to, plan doing something. Be same. You push your agenda and right. And there's a whole lot of things that, you will equally achieve. Big ups to him, Shatta Wale, big ups to you too. And I think that day I love it. But what I need to, Bojaka crowd social media and so. And yeah. And I think that's a good thing that, I saw that very day. Big ups to everybody,
All right. Yes, Ro, what are you adding to this?
Well, this is a very beautiful initiative. When the whole thing started from the TikTok live, when he raised the money, I
hear it was a day.
It was a day.
Yeah, like I'm daring you. Can you do this?
That afternoon, I was also watching because they were talking about Shagsy. The whole conversation started with Shagsy into his career. Then, when I think they were about to wrap up, the day came because Doctor has also seen the works of these guys and were looking for ways to help. So when the day came, of course, man was up to the task and fulfilled his promise. One thing that I was also looking out for was how this money was going to get to the guys. Looking at how it was raised. And we know some of these conversations as far as I would want to help this person and it goes public and later people would be asking, did you get the money? Tomorrow you go and interview these people.
But I even saw someone comment that, but Shatta took 50. Why did he present 30 to them?
And how was this money? How are the people going to get the money and all of that? So I was actually also waiting. So, and unlike so many people, I was also looking for ways and means that, okay, how will this money get to these people? Lo and behold, I got the notification that, okay, he is personally going to give them the money. So I started thinking, okay, why this particular move? And it revealed so many things to me that probably people might have missed or would miss. One of them has to do with his brand influence and how they are going to affect these guys in their dealings. These guys are non-profitable organizations anyway, and they are doing things that on the normal, the average person wouldn't do.
A volunteer
without any volunteer for being on call all African Games these guys out of no motivation are doing something that will help society. We have a sanitation ministry in the country. Yet look at how, without any form of motivation, even from the ministry or whatever, from assembly or whoever, these guys are volunteering to do something that will help the community. That's one. Now they need support. And some of the support also has to do with their social capital. Who are they affiliated to? Which brands, which people give them that level of recognition? It is one of the ways they can attract the fans that they need. And you be a bit sometimes people get certain things or doors open for certain people because of the affiliations they have. And it is one of the reasons why Shatta would want to rub his brand in these people's dealings and say, I, Shatta Wale, with my status in the society, with my caliber, my everything, my influence, would want to be part of what you're doing, would want my name to be part of your conversation. Anyway, one. The second one has to do with giving a facelift to what they are doing. Pick the average Ghanaian, the average youth, and say, "Kwana kwati tigate, ube common edebe bro." Or no, kwati na Ace Club, ani akwa chele, akwa pema, akwa rensan. No, china debe chini hunso tigate. He will not do it. But this is a practice that will go a long way to save us from diseases and sicknesses and all of that in our own community.
True.
And we don't know how volunteering. First, nanka tete nanka. Omu will be friend say adomwa. Ndobwa. Where if I have a place and I would want to read, maybe it is my place, and Mishena Mintimia, you can volunteer help me. Where when it is your time or when it is also your turn and you need my help, I also come and help you. But currently, so it is another way of Shatta also amplifying that. And the third one has to do with patriotism. Being patriotic. Sisia, it is not compare Dutch passport. Why should we do something that will benefit, that will project Ghana in a positive light? Compare Dutch passport. People travel, Ghanaians who are living in abroad come back and they see feel that who will it take to clean those things? And that's it. So Shatta doing some of these things, these are some of the pointers that I picked out of this gesture. That if Shatta Wale can be part of these guys, go into the gutters. And yesterday when he came there, it was not just I'm coming to give you the money and go. He had to go even to the gutters where the people were working to see that, oh, this is what you guys are doing. And that is how tomorrow another big person will be somewhere and will see them and go like, oh, if an artist of this caliber has even been able to activate such a thing and go to these people, help them, then it means that Charlie, even in my little corner as a youth, if tomorrow obi be whom me say me do me gata ho me tete me gata mu me do me feature, it is nothing shameful. Because even Shatta Wale they do am, even Sarkodie they do am, and that is how we can build that patriotism back in the youth of Ghanaians. Else we are losing it. So this whole presentation, somebody may say, oh, Shatta Wale says he has money. Why didn't he add anything to the 30,000? When to give them the 30,000? What?
Plenty talk.
If you missed all these things, then that is what I have revealed. It is not only about giving them the money, but also the final one has to do with a source of motivation to the guys. For them to also know that the thing that they are doing, they may think that, oh, we are doing our own thing in our little corner with our limited resources and everything. But people are watching.
Yeah.
And the people watching are not ordinary people. Some people are looking to see how serious you are with what you are doing before they will come
on board.
And it is no fault of theirs. They would want to see how serious you are so they don't invest wrongly before they
don't
come.
Want to come in
Exactly.
on a sinking ship.
So they know that they are investing in a good cause. So these are the pointers aside the whole hype and everything that came around it these are some few pointers that the guys would also feel, now our efforts are paying off. And let me say big ups to their leader. Yesterday, he also exhibited some good leadership skill that I also admired.
His presentation was really
exactly.
He spoke well.
And when he also handed over the money to the people that I think they are purchasing logistics to help with their operations, this is a visionary. This is somebody that has vision. This is somebody that has plans of expanding the things that they are doing. Obi wa baka 30,000 ba. That's something I'm saying cool. But can't you apply Apple?
Me check bi mama.
They are carrying here. You're correct, catfish.
I know, right?
Yes, but yesterday, in the public eye, exhibited some good leadership skills by letting the people know that it is not about only the benefits that we are going to get, but for the betterment of society. So even with these limited resources that we have, we still would want to invest in more, get more equipment so we can do more for society. And that was a very fantastic way. Charlie, big ups to the guys, Bar Store Boys. And I hope that this would also motivate a different set of youths somewhere else, which will pick up another project. These people have picked cleaning. Some people can pick a different project
and continue to kill it, and it will all come back to benefit the society at large. So big ups to Shatta, the Shatta Foundation, all his institutions, and Doctor, who also engineered this particular conversation, of which the boys are benefiting now. Big ups to the Bar Store Boys and all the people that came to support yesterday at Alajo Kev. Well, that is so beautiful indeed. God bless a cheerful giver, and that is what we are hoping that Shatta Wale, after cheerfully giving, will also get his due blessings. Indirectly, it also means that Shatta Foundation is now active, because the donation was not done with, say, Shatta Music, it was Shatta's Foundation. That is an organization that is supposed to see to some of the philanthropic works around, and he intends to even do some more. So in the coming days, we will be announcing some of the places that Shatta Foundation will be going to support them. And again, if you also have anything to support, when you check on his socials, he get some information about his account, Momo Bank, international transfers, and everything, as you can see on your screen, where people who would want to support these kind of projects can also send their monies in. I know people go for musical concerts for fundraising. I know people do so many things for fundraising. So yes, if this is his way, we can also support it and push it to the people. Your little is not little like that. It can still go a long way to sort out someone's problem. Yesterday, the Bar Store Boys were really excited. The publicity that they enjoyed from the whole thing, the hype, the talkability, there's something they've never gotten ever since they started this whole project of cleaning cities. So I pray that others will also follow suit and maybe do similar things as well. And it feels good to know that we were there to witness such a special day. Now, let's close the show on this particular topic. I've seen an interview of Zapp Mallet, legendary Zapp Mallet, calling for a collaboration or calling for recording Shatta Wale for one of his songs or on one of his songs. And I'm asking, what does it mean? Because oftentimes when someone gets to the level of Zapp Mallet and you ask him, who would you want to work with? He was never going to mention any Ghanaian or local artist. Oftentimes they'll go straight, I want to work with Lionel Richie, I want to work with some P. Diddy, I want to work with Angelique Kidjo. These are the names they are likely to mention. But when Zapp said Shatta Wale, I was like, oh, really? So Zapp, with all his achievements in Ghana, still thinks he's not complete or something is still missing until he works with Shatta. I picked some interest in there, and I want us to do that as our last topic before we run away from here. So Richie, let's watch it, an interview with Kafu Day, and after we do the final discussion and run away from here.
Are there musicians that you wish you could work with if you had the opportunity? Are there musicians that you wish you could work with if you had the opportunity? Who would you like to work with? Anywhere in the world?
I would like to work with Shatta Wale.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of project is that?
Oh, no. And some reggae or some nice reggae, some lovers rock or something.
Okay.
Just change his outlook a bit. His hard demeanor. Just change it a little bit. Put it on the soft side, soft palette a little bit for us to just enjoy the softer side of Shatta Wale. So I think we'll be a very good
I think you'll be the right guy to do a track like that.
Just calm him down a little. Yeah.
So how would that work? You do the music and then send it over and say, hey, bro.
Well, if possible, just do something and then put in the right key and then send it over
to him. Think about it.
Come out of it. When it means it, we'll work it out from there. So Zapp featuring or Shatta Wale. Zapp. Produced by Zapp.
One time.
See how it goes.
That would be powerful.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
Well, so that was said as well. We are closing. Kobe, come through. What do you think about this? It's like Kobe Josvan, who is now an upcoming journalist. And someone asked Kwame Sefakai, who are some of the people you want to host on the show? He says, Kobe Josvan. Kobe, what do you think about this?
Well, Brad Sammy, I'm very interested in the whole, video thing. I think there are a lot of things in Shatta Wale that most of us, let me say the industry or Ghanaians are not paying attention to. We see him to be just a musician, but aside that, I see him to be an institution that encompasses of a whole lot of, sectors and departments, and that is what I think Zapp Mallet to have seen in Shatta Wale. He's an OG, and I'm sure he knows the genesis of the Shatta, journey from the bandana days to the Shatta Wale now, and whatever that he has been achieving over the years. And most of these legends, sometimes they don't just choose why because they like you. They choose based on, some of the things that they know you can do it best. And Shatta is one person that, let's pay attention even to the Connect album. Most of the songs that Auto or Connect album was at the time that not one good element. Some music like Real Life. You can see that we feel the softness of Shatta Wale at that moment. And Zapp too also said it, mentioned it here. When man is in his cool element, he tells you, in a story, he narrates the story in a way that you can equally relate. And we all have a story that at some point things wasn't good, and revolving from our challenges or tough times to a very success moment. So I think that would be a brilliant record for Shatta Wale over these years. And I think I saw Shatta to also share the post that he has accepted, plus that of Daddy Lubes, offline. I think if that is what Shatta too, has accepted and he sees something great in it, I think there's a best move. It will also add to, the catalog, because when you are at some point in your career, it shouldn't be always BBR, it should be business. Sometimes you should think about what you can also offer. How can you also bless others too? How can you also, the philanthropical, aspect of you, how to give to the people for them to know, say no, aside the business side of what that I've been doing, that's something that I can also contribute to society. And I think Zapp too will be also grateful having this, this collaboration with Shatta Wale. And guess what? The fans are already ready, I guess, and they know how to do it. But so big ups to him and big ups to Shatta Wale for almost all of these years working hard to always keep consistent. One thing I personally may pay Shatta no one say, he worked like an upcoming artist. And that is why a bad until someone can say I've resigned or I've retired from the music, it will be very hard to push him out. And fortunately for him, he's having a vibrant fan base that will always support and push whatever that he's doing. So kudos to him, and may he also continue to impact and the industry, or maybe as a team. I think the team, the Shatta team, should start documenting some of the good works now. Most of them Kolana Mabano no Shada a Shatta story. But any aspect of the story that we pick, we can study, and there are so many inspiration in it. Talking of whatever that people think that in the bad side, a lot of people went through what he's going through and they couldn't survive. So what is the inspiration? What's keeping him always going? what is holding him now at the point in time that people think that is the end of the guy, but the man will bounce back and still come harder. I think there's a whole lot of things that we need to learn, and moving forward, the next generation coming, if the current generation wouldn't care, the next generation will be, something as an inspiration to also guide them to choose a career like a music, because music is one thing that most people didn't pay attention until we start start paying. But I think right now it is a career, it is a whole multi-million business activity that if you understand it very well, and most of the generation now they play musical, but we see most of these artists performing very well, like touring, playing shows, but over a music business, most of them are not getting things right. And I think when we get some people like Shatta, Wale, having seminar or shows, to even educate the next, generation, it will go a long way to also help them. Big ups to him, and guys, as usual, to certain Kobe Joseph Van this, Mommy, the way social media, go check me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kobe Joseph Van. My blog sitting in active, kobejosevan.com, Teams Africa. Thank you so much, Brother Sammy, for always giving me the opportunity and the support.
Hard.
I really appreciate it. Because within some flex, no, maybe I call baby, maybe I want yawe. I told you I be doing to me beer, my boss Sammy flex. So I am grateful for the opportunity. And Madam, as I said, you didn't even criticize me from the day one and winning me, but you saw that thing in me, gave me the platform, and also accepted to also coach me and guide me, and I will say thank you so much, and God bless you for that opportunity.
Charlie, fuck off. You are growing too, so keep growing.
Thank you so much.
Achieve some more. Ro, wrap up the whole show for us. Our time is up.
Come just by you should now, Papa no good time. Then I who say no be you. Bruh. I am one of the people that also hold the view that see Shatta Wale in reggae, he's a monster.
Yeah, I know so many people have been talking about this.
Like Shatta Wale not winning the Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year in music awards schemes here is because he doesn't have more reggae in his catalog. If Shatta Wale is supposed to wants to do reggae, about 5-10 of them in a year, like the way he does other genres, I doubt if somebody would win that award again. It's crazy. I know he thinks, okay, he has love for dancehall, like he can do dancehall with his eyes closed and everything. But Shatta Wale on reggae, check the few reggae songs that Shatta has. Me, I am not surprised when Papa Zapp said he would want to record Shatta on a reggae tune. He knows.
And Zapp too is one of the hard reggae beat producers.
Guys,
Black Rasta always mentions
Zapp Mallet touch on reggae is
Black Rasta is a Zapp Mallet hard
killer. So me, I am not surprised. You know, he did not pick him just because he's one of the biggest musicians we have in the country. He did not pick him on that score. He saw a specific thing that he wanted to tap or achieve from the man. That's it. He, like I said, he would have mentioned any other person. And even with the question that Kafui they asked him, he said from any part of the world. So the basket, it was large for him to choose any from any part of the world, and you can't fault him. But you see the place he pointed, and the specific place was Shatta on a reggae. It's a monster. It's a monster. Me, I can't wait for this particular collaboration. Me, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised at all, because this is music connect. That's what I call it, music connect. When musicians connect like this, they bring nothing aside, like something beautiful. They bring nothing out but the best. And for him to have come like that, I wish the team would consider and make this come to life. If not soon, this year, this particular collaboration should see daylight. I know Shatta has an upcoming project, which is his fans album, Shatta and Fans album. But after that particular project, I wish this particular collaboration would come, because these are Ronaldo Messi combined kind of situation here. Maradona, Ronaldinho, Messi kind of conversation is what we are talking about. And
well, we give thanks and we all wish for the best for our activities. So in your profession, if there is something that you have to achieve from it, why not? You should go all out to achieve. A great call coming from legendary Zapp Mallet. The last time I checked, I could see he was somewhere in America. I'm not too sure if he's back or he's still there, but this is how it starts. It starts from just a conversation, and after, the rest will become a reality. So we are still waiting for it. Let's see how it all plays out. Special thanks to Kobe Josvan, the nation's blogger, to Roland Amate, Digital Rasta, Kerens, who did our camera for us, and Richie Flex, editor director of the show. Tap Send also for holding us down here. My name is Sammy Flex. We'll meet again in our next video. Stay tuned, run your commentaries with us, and subscribe to us as well, because this is our world where we exchange information and knowledge. I'll see you when I see you. We're out of here. Bye-bye.